Is it separating solid waste at home is to improve the waste management for recycling, or it just to burden the household?
With growing populations and urbanization, waste management has become one of the most pressing environmental challenges of our time. Governments and organizations promote solid waste separation at home as a solution to improve recycling and reduce landfill overflow. But is it really as straightforward as it sounds? On the surface, separating waste into recyclable, organic, and non recyclable categories seems like a small effort to contribute to a greener future. However, many households see it as a time-consuming task. For example, Japan needs to separate their household waste into 5 categories and needs to buy different color-coded bags for each category, and this raises the question, is solid waste separation an effective way to enhance recycling and waste management, or does it place an unfair burden on individuals? In this presentation, we'll explore this debate through the lens of engineering ethics, examining the environmental, social, and practical implications of waste separation at home. Let's dive in and find out if this practice is a step towards sustainability or an everyday inconvenience for households.
From an environmental ethics perspective, solid waste separation at home plays a critical role in reducing pollution, conserving resources, and mitigating the impacts of climate change. When we separate our waste, we enable a more efficient recycling process, reduce the need for virgin materials, and minimize the energy used in waste processing. This reduces greenhouse gas emissions and helps combat global warming. However, environmental ethics goes beyond practicality. It's about valuing nature and recognizing our moral obligation to protect it. On the flip side, some argue that imposing waste separation on households without proper infrastructure or education can feel like shifting the burden onto individuals. Yet, from an ethical standpoint, should convenience override our duty to the environment? Solid waste separation challenges us to reflect on our choice. It's not just about waste, it's about values we uphold for a sustainable future.
When it comes to the solid waste separation at home, the impact on household cannot be ignored. Many families find the process time-consuming, confusing, at times inconvenient. The lack of the clear guidelines, proper infrastructure or incentive can turn what intended as a environmentally friendly practice into a source of frictions. Yet, when the viewer through the lens of the ethical responsibility, also play a vital role in the broader waste management system. By separating waste, families contribute to the reducing landfill overflow, enhancing recycling efficiency, and preventing pollutions. In act of the collective responsibility, one where small everyday actions can add some significant to the environmental benefits. But ethical responsibility goes to both ways. Governments, organizations, and waste management system must support households by providing education, tools, and resources to make separation simple and effective. After all, we can hold families accountable without ensuring they are empowered to fulfill this responsibility.
It is undeniable as waste separations can bring unnecessary inconvenience to households, be it from time or financially. Based on utilitarianism ethics, solid waste separation at home is about maximizing overall well-being for society and also for the environment. It's not just about reducing trash in our bins, it's about reducing the harm caused by overflowing landfills, resource depletion, and also climate change. Utilitarianism reminds us that the temporary inconvenience of waste separation is a small price to pay for the long-term benefits of cleaner air, preserved resources, and a sustainable future for all. And we as engineers plays a vital role in designing a practical solutions that minimizes the burden on households. Smart waste bins, automated sorting systems, and also efficient recycling technologies can make waste separation easier and more accessible to everyone. And to achieve this greater good, collaborations between households, government, and engineers is crucial. Households can take more consistent actions by separating waste, knowing that their efforts contribute to a healthier planet. And government in turn must support these efforts by providing clear guidelines, adequate infrastructure, and also incentives to encourage participations. And together we can ensure that every effort contributes to the greatest good for the greatest number.
In conclusion, solid waste separation at home is more than just an
environmental initiative. It's a reflection of our collective values and the responsibilities. From an environmental ethics perspective, it's a vital step towards sustainability, reducing pollution, conserving resources, and mitigating the climate change. While it does impose challenges on households, such as added effort and inconvenience, this can be alleviated through a better education, support, innovative engineering and solutions. So ethical responsibility doesn't stop with individuals. Governments, organizations and engineers must work together to create the systems that are effective, fair and accessible to everyone. But let me leave you with this question. If the simple act of separating waste could significantly reduce pollution, conserve resources or combat climate change, is the inconvenience too high a price to pay? Or is it small sacrifice for cause much greater than ourselves? The answer lies on priorities and action moving forward. Do we see waste separation as a burden or do we embrace it as an opportunity to build a more sustainable and ethically responsible world? Thank you.